Well, it goes back a long way. We remember my sister and I were twins, and our first service here was a night service when we were in the East Building, which is now the youth room, and that was the sanctuary. So we went to a GA coronation, and we had never seen one before, and we got all excited about it. And so we decided that night that we'd be GAs and that we would do all the steps and go through all of it.
Hello, Fort Johnson Church family. Greetings from Richmond, Virginia. My name is Stan Wall, son of the late Al and Helen Wall. My family was part of the 200 plus charter members that came over from James Island Baptist Church in 1960. Even though I was very young in those first years, I can still remember the early church services in what is now the youth room. White concrete block building, concrete floors, padless pews, and no air conditioning.
And we came to church our first day of August, and it was a hot Charleston day. And they had just gone into the second building, the west building. And we walked in. It was a beautiful church, you know. We sat down, and it was like 90 degrees in there. You know, we didn't have air conditioning back then. And our pastor at that time, a wonderful person, but he did not like fans. And so we had no air except a few windows open. My husband almost did not join Fort Johnson because we didn't have air conditioning.
Like I say, when we had church, especially at night, and it had been raining, all the frogs would come coming in and croaking during the service. That was one of the first memories I have back here.
All through our church history is to people. We had, like her dad and myself, we were on the building committee for the sanctuary over here. We had a men's group over here that we used to meet once a month, had cookouts, those kind of things, but we also had people that cared about other people. I know particularly for us, because we were just started dating, and we were in we came initially to the singles class, what they call the singles, and then we merged after we got married. Al Wall, he took over the married class.
Well, I remember I came here in 1968, and the people were very friendly. And Reverend Miller, he was the minister, and he was just always made everybody feel comfortable, and he preached the word.
Ice cream socials. And the boys, the RAs on Wednesday nights, they'd be playing football and stuff outside, and the GAs were inside studying on all kinds of stuff, and we'd say, do the RAs, all they do is play ball? You know, that's what they did. So, but we have wonderful memories of worshiping together and overflowing crowds all the time.
For me, being in my youth and growing up at Fort Johnson, I was a member of the Royal Ambassadors that met on Wednesday nights, and later a member of the youth choirs under the leadership of Wayne Litterman and Jimmy Tudor. I believe the spiritual values instilled during my youth at Fort Johnson played a significant role in my adult life, both personally and professionally.
Well, Jim and I got married here in the very sanctuary that is now we can't go into because of fire. Our children were born at this, here as we were members. They were raised here. They were dedicated here. It's wonderful friendships and people who you worship with, people who are like kindred, like-minded.
The church as a whole has been actually my life has been my life, because I worked with the children, I've worked with the nursery, I've worked, I think everything. I was trying to think, I think I've been on every committee except the pastor's committee.
I have 4 generations is going through this church, and I think the biblical things that have been taught, the Word of God, and so that's what's impacted me.
Well, we started dating here. We got married, and this building right here was the sanctuary then.
Wow.
And both our children were born in the church.
Sure.
Both the kids were in choir.
They grew up in this church.
But it was just home. It's always been home, and I guess it always will be.
From a small building to this building here, which was part of the sanctuary, and then our large building. But it's because of growth, because of people telling people, and inviting people to come to church.
And I think small groups, you got to know one another and you got to know their needs. And the Bible is always taught, and you got a lot of spiritual food from that, and you encouraged people.
As a whole, the church is always, even through hard times and good times, we have worked together.
Well, I think he helped our children grow up to be good kids and do good, just from coming here and learning.
I love my church. I still love it, even though I'm away from it some now and I can't be as active. And of course, I'm not as young as I used to be.
I know I can always find joy here and peace. I can always find peace here.
Happy 61st anniversary, and God bless.